Chullin Daf Kuf Mem Beis, the final daf in Masechtas Chullin, a short but great daf. Says the Gemara story, Levi Bar Simon wanted to sell his nest to Rav Yehuda, so Shmuel told him, make sure you bang on the nest and make the mother fly away. So the Gemara says, what was the purpose in that? If we're talking about an Erev Yantif, and we wanted to make sure that the eggs are not muktzah, you don't have to make the mother go away. You can just point to the eggs and say, I want to use those eggs, designate those eggs, and they're not muktzah anymore. Must be that we're talking about, like we said on yesterday's daf, that in order to acquire eggs, you must shoo the mother away, because the isser of taking the eggs prevents you from acquiring them halachically. And since Rav Simon bar Tuvia, or Levi bar Simon, wanted to give over all the eggs to Rav Yehuda, said Shmuel, make sure the mother flies away. Therefore, you will acquire the eggs through kinyan chatzer, through the nest, through your property, and then you could give over the eggs to Rav Yehuda. And finally, the last Mishnah in the Masechta, says the Mishnah, could you imagine how much sechar you get? Arichas Yomim, the Torah promises, for Shiluch HaKen, and all you lost out was on one Isser. How much does a wild bird cost? How much is it worth? One Isser. And for one Isser, you get Arichas Yomim, you get a long life, and so too by Kibbud Avayim, a long life. Can you imagine the sechar you get for doing a much more difficult mitzvah? Says the Gemara that we're not talking about, says Rabbi Yaakov, we're not talking about a long life in this world. We're talking about a long life in the world to come in Olam Haba. Because Rabbi Yaakov, who was the grandson of Acher, saw with his own eyes a story where a father asked the son, go up the ladder and chase the mother away, bring me the eggs. And as he was doing that, he was mekayim the mitzvah of Kibbud Avayim and Shiluch HaKen, which the Torah promises a long life, and the poor fellow fell off the ladder and died. Says Rabbi Yaakov, it's impossible that as he was mekayim these two mitzvahs that the Torah says Arichas Yomim, that he should die. So must mean that it's La'olam Haba. Yet maybe you might say that this young kid was thinking about an Aver, and that's why he fell off the ladder. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not Mitzaref Machshava L'maisa, it means nothing. The only thing HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Mitzaref L'maisa is a Machshava, a thought of Avodah Zarah. So maybe he's thinking about Avodah Zarah. Says the Gemara, an amazing concept. Since he was dealing with two mitzvahs, it's impossible that he was thinking about Avodah Zarah. Those mitzvahs would prevent him from being over an Avera. But we have a concept of shluchei mitzvah einon nizoikim loy ba'alichasam loy b'chazirasam. Somebody on a mission to do a mitzvah is promised that he won't be harmed, not even on the way back. Says Gemara, yes, but if a person puts himself in danger while he's doing that, such as going up a ladder that's a broken ladder, where the hezek is matzi, the hezek is there, it's guaranteed, then on that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not going to protect the person. And finally, the Gemara says, had Acher, Elisha ben Avuya, the Rebbe of Reb Meir, all the Mishnayos in Shas, the anonymous Mishnayos are Rebbe Meir, his Rebbe, Acher, who went off the derech. Why did he go off the derech? Because he didn't know his own grandson's pshat. He witnessed the story as well, this kid going up a ladder, listening to his father, doing Kibbud Avayim and Shiluch HaKen, and fell off and died, and he said, there's no schar in this world. He went off the derech. And some say that he saw the tongue of Rav Chutzpis HaMeturgeman sitting in a pile of trash, and he said, how is it possible this tongue that spoke Torah should be like that in such a situation? Where's the sechar? Had he known Rabbi Yaakov's pshat, that the sechar is in the world to come, he wouldn't have gone off the derech. Hadrun alach, Masechtas Chullin, Hadrun alach.